So next part is when waking at night. Waking at night. If woman wakes up in the middle of the night and tends to her baby, she need not wash her hands. This is because she is not reciting bracha and planning to go back to sleep. Okay, so it's very interesting. So she woke up at night. She went to take care of the baby, and she's not going to need to wash the hands. Why? Because in the simple explanation, there is no ruach hatumah. Ruach hatumah it only comes in the morning, right? In the middle of the night. There is no, it's ruach hatumah, it's spirit of impurity, and plus she's not going to do any other activities that they require the washing of the hands. And what activities that require the washing of the hands? The prayers, the blessing. So if you want to say even blessing, if you wanted to drink the water, so yeah, it's proper to wash your hands, right? Because of the reasons we discussed in the first class. According to one Pesach was said, while a person sleeps, so he tend to touch himself or herself in the places where are usually covered, right? And that's why they become spiritually impure, and they have to wash their hands. Okay, but if only tend to the baby or some other things, so you don't have to wash your hands. However, she will recite bracha. For example, she will eat or drink or use the bathroom and will recite Asher Yotzer. Then there is a difference of the opinion whether she needs to wash negel wasser beforehand. Preferably she should do so before reciting the bracha. Okay, so let's try to understand. So I mean that's exactly what we explained. So if she needs if she wants to drink the water, yeah, it's proper to wash her hands. But if she went to the bathroom, so she just say Asher Yotzer, washes her hands after the bathroom as usual, and that's sufficient enough to say blessing afterward. So okay, no. So in what I'm trying to say, there is no extra blessing when we go to the bathroom. Continue. If one wakes up for the day very early in the morning, while it is still dark outside, she should wash negel wasser as usual with the bracha. Once it begins to become light outside, alas hashachar, daybreak, she should wash negel wasser again, but without bracha. This is because perhaps the ruach ra returns to her when the alas hashachar passes. So let's try to understand. So now sometimes person wakes up earlier. So she woke up early, and sometimes very soon in the winter when we switch to the time saving time, right, of the winter. So many times we would start praying like very early, right? Even sometimes person who has to go to work very far, right, commute, so he would start praying before alas hashachar, before the daybreak, right? So the procedure is, we're talking about woman now, so she woke up early, let's say what is it, the alas the dawn is let's say 6:30, so she woke up 5:30 for whatever she needs to do, take care of some things in the house. So she, of course, upon awakening, she would need to wash her hands, and she would say the blessing, right? And then it's proper to wash the hands again after the dawn. Why? Because as we said, this ruach ra, the spirit of impurity, usually comes with the dawn. Like when the night leaves, dawn starts. Like the next day starts. That's when ruach ra can settle on her hands. Continue. Poskim write that she need not hasten to wash this second time, unlike when she wakes up in a regular time. Okay, so they say, okay, so since she washed before that and she was not sleeping, so as we said, second washing is without blessing. Okay, so no rush. But I would say just practically do it as soon as possible, otherwise you're going to forget. When once awakened that early, she can recite Brachos, Birchas HaTorah and Birchas HaShachar. If she intends to go back to sleep, she should recite the Bracha Elokai Neshama without Hashem's name. Now, and then repeat using Hashem's name when she arises for the day. Okay, so it's very interesting situation. So let's see. So when we wake up very early, okay, right? So we still say Birchas HaTorah. So Birchas HaTorah is blessing on the learning of the Torah. So since some of our poskim say that it is being interrupted while we sleep, especially at night, so day maybe not, but for sure at night, right? So and now when we're ready to pray, even some basic prayers, even say Shema, right? Shema is a part of the written Torah, so you're not allowed to say Shema without blessing on the Torah, right? So you have to say that, and of course even we're talking about the dawn, right? Which is early, very early. It's very dark outside, and even at this time we're allowed to say Birchas HaShachar, right? So except that it does not say that. I'm not sure why, but usually we skip the first blessing Birchas HaShachar because it has to do that Hashem is allowed to us understand the difference between day and night, and it's not true because it's still night. It's still halachically night. Okay, so you usually skip that the first blessing, but all others we can say there is no problem. Okay, so now she awakens very early, right, and then she tends to go back to sleep. If right, she should recite Bracha Elokai Neshama without Hashem's name, right? So maybe she's would be able to fall asleep, maybe not. Okay, so just in case, she will say Elokai Neshama. And then repeat it using Hashem's name when she rises for a day, right? That's when you're thanking Hashem for giving you this neshama back.